Welcome friends. Today's class is based on descriptive English. And as you know that as far as your competitive examination is concerned, there are many fields like report writing, precis writing, translations, letter, essays, paragraphs, and for the academic part you see notice, email writing, and many others. So one by one I would like to discuss specifically their approach of writing. So today I would like to start from precis writing. Precis writing is such an item which is essential for all competitive examinations main English papers, including WBCS, clerkship, miscellaneous service, and for many other examinations. And as far as your academic examinations are concerned, you see for CBSE, ICSE examinations and for higher secondary examinations, precis is a very important part. And first of all, you must know how to write a precis and the rules and regulations. Look at this board. Precis can be divided in two parts, title part and the body part. Title part, normally 20% marks is allotted. Suppose 20 marks precis and title is 4 marks is given for title and 16 marks are given for body. So I would like to discuss the rules and regulations which must follow at the time of writing a title. And it is a fact that many students who are giving titles without maintaining the rules, they will get 0. So be careful, my dear students. You must be, your title should be relevant or whatever close to the relevant, but if you maintain the rules and regulations, you will get some marks for which have been allotted in this field. You see titles. First of all, title must not be a complete sentence. So you should give a title which should not be a sentence. Fine? So you must be careful on that. You should you should change the verb or sometimes making it as a noun. Whatever, you must keep it in your mind that title of the precis, as well as it is also applicable in the case of report, the title of both precis and report must not be a complete sentence. Number 1. Number 2, this is very important for precis only. This is only for precis. Every first letter of every word, every first letter of every word must be in capital. Every first letter of every word must be in capital. That means if you write a particular title, every word means, as you know that even the article prepositions is also treated as a also considered as a word. So the first letter, first alphabet of the word must be in capital. I hope you understand. Number 3, it should be in between 8 words. Of course, title must not be a lengthy. It is also applicable for report also. Your title should be not exceeding 8 words, not exceeding it. 8 word is your maximum limit. So you should maintain this word limit, 8 words maximum for title. Number 4, it must be underlined, obviously. In the case of title, as you know that for precis and both for precis and report, you have to underline the title. After giving the title, you have to underline it. This is important and necessary. If you forget any of these items, if you break any of these rules, marks will be deducted. So these are the 4 main rules. It must not be a complete sentence. Every first letter of every word must be in capital. It should not exceed 8 words. It should be in between 8 words. And number 4, it must be underlined. And of course, the title, it should represent the given passage. Precis title, of course, it should given title of the particular precis. So it should represent the passage. Okay, so these are the rules for title. And now I will come from the other important part, which is body, the main part, where the maximum numbers have been allotted. So there are some strict rules and regulations which must be followed at the time of writing precis. Very important rules. As you know that there are some lot of things which are not allowed in at the time of writing precis. No description. Obviously you are writing a precis, so naturally there is no question of any description, because you have to sum up the entire thing. So no descriptions, no quotations. There will be no quotations in the cases of writing a precis. If you find important quotations in your passage, but you must not write it at the time of writing precis. If you feel necessary, you just narrate it, but you must not quote the quotations from the passage to precis. You be careful on that. Number 3, no first person. That is very important both for report and the precis. That first person, that means I and we, not allowed. You are not the important. The important thing is what you are writing. So you must not say I think, I believe, according to me. Please avoid that sort of things. We think, we believe. So I or we must be avoided. First persons are strictly restricted. Next question, next part, no repetition. Obviously, sometimes what happened, you see students are repeating the same thing. What he wrote in the first, in the second, he also repeated the same thing in the end. So don't repeat. Repetition is a very bad thing. That will give you bad impression in the cases of examiners concerned. And you see, no data statistics. That is very vital for you. They're very, very important. You must not use any data, any statistics of the given passage directly. Suppose in the passage it has been given like that, 90% of the people, you must not write this as 90% of the people. You must say most of the people. Most of the people you can write, but you must not give that 90%, because it is a statistics, and statistics are not allowed. Data are not allowed. No personal opinion. It happens in the cases of the students. Students are very emotional. Sometimes they are writing their opinions. If you feel similar, right? Similar, they are sometimes given their opinions. Be control. What is not given in the passage, you must not write. It may be true. It may be true, what you are writing is true or relevant, but it is not in the passage, so you must not write. You have strict restrictions. What is not given in the passage, you don't have any right of writing this in the cases of precis writing. No elaboration, no question of it. As you know that you are writing precise 1/3 of the given passage. You know that precis should be 1/3 of the given passage. 1/3. But exactly 1/3 is not possible. Suppose a passage of 180 words or 240 words passage is given. 240 words passages are given. So that means 1/3 means 80 words. It is quite impossible to make exactly 8 words. So plus minus 10 is allowed. Plus minus 10. That means in the cases of 240 words passage, your precis should be not more than 90 words, not less than 70 words. So you have that liberty to end your precis between 70 to 90 words. I hope you understand. And the last part, which is very important, no paragraph, no para changing. That means precis must be written in a single paragraph. That means you have to start a precis writing and end it in a single paragraph. If you change paragraph, if you changes your paragraph, you will get 0. This is very important. Your passages may be in 4, 5, 6, 7 number of paragraphs, but at the time of writing precis, you must not change the paragraphs. So these are the basic rules of writing precis. And now I would like to say the approach. The approach. I think these rules are known to you, but I'm just reminding you these rules. But how to approach in the cases of examinations. Suppose you are given a long paragraph or long passage given for precis writing. So you see, it is quite sure that the entire passage may not be understandable to you. You must not understand the entire meaning of all words, meaning of entire thing of the passage. It may not be, but it is not at all difficult to understand the essence of that particular paragraph, what the paragraph exactly means, what the passage is meaning, what the passage based on. So suppose you should have, so you don't have enough time, you don't have any help of understanding, so what should you do? Read the passage first carefully. Read the passage first carefully. Second thing, read the passage with the pencil. Just underline the important lines you think. Underline the important lines. Question paper is not given. Question paper is given, so you can write down on the question papers. So you have to underline the key lines which you think important. So first you have to read the passage entirely. Second, in the second time you should read with underlining the important lines or key lines. And the third time you are not reading the entire passage, you just read the key lines, and I think you understand the key lines, so you just write the meaning of that key lines, or you see in your own language. You must not entirely write that key lines in your Precis. You see, Precis should be written by your own language. You must be careful on that. So Precis should be written by your own language. So you have to write the key lines only by your own language. So in that way, in the fourth attempt, now you count how many words you write. If you think short, then you add some things, and at the time of adding you must be careful that it must not be repeating. Okay, so adjusting the words, now fair it up to your answers. So four steps. Number 1, reading the passage. Number 2, underlining the key lines. Number 3, write the underlined key lines by your own language in the rough papers. Number 4, count the words. Make it 1/3 or close ±10 rules. Follow. And then copy it to your answers. Copy it to your answers. So these are the 4 steps of approaching, and you have to do it very quickly because only 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes have been given to you for doing these sort of things. I hope you understand. This is the approach. The approach part is important. Try to write the Precis by your own language. You can use the words of the given passage, of course, you have to use, but you must not use the entire sentence from the given passage. Try to write the Precis by your own language. Sometimes you can take the sentence, but try to avoid it. You can use the words from the given passage, but you should not use the entire sentence. So I think in that way, if you practice it, practice is very important. Precis is not a commonable item. Paragraph, essays, commonable item. Report is a commonable item, but Precis is entirely based on practice. So my dear students, just follow my words and practice these things with the clock. That can you solve all sort of things in 20 minutes or not? And if you can do it, you will do it in the exam hall also. And don't bother whatever the words are ununderstandable. Don't struggle for the words which is not of your, which are beyond of your knowledge. Okay, I think in that way you have to go. This is the way. There is no shortcut. Practice it. At least 10 or 15 Precis you have to practice with the clock. Can you do it? Can you solve it within 20 or 15 minutes? I think it will be acceptable and you can achieve that particular skill. Okay? Hope for the best.